Hello, ghouls and goblins. Happy Halloween. Today we are going to be painting a Frankenstein pumpkin. Obviously I'm not going to paint in this. I gotta go do a wardrobe change. Alright, that's a little better. So yeah, today we're going to be making a Frankenstein pumpkin. The camera is very crooked, I'm sorry.
So I started off by painting the base white so that way the color could shine through, because painting over orange isn't going to be an easy task. So, as we all know, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein was the first true science fiction story. And, you know, Frankenstein is actually the doctor, not the monster. The monster has no name in the story. The story was written when Mary Shelley was a teenager, and she got inspiration not only from a writing competition, but a nightmare she had. Quote, "I saw the pale student of an unhallowed art kneeling beside the thing he had put together. I saw the hideous phantasm of a man stretched out, and then on the working of some power engine shows signs of life. He sleeps, but then he is awakened. He opens his eyes. Behold, the horrid thing stands at his bedside, opening his curtains and looking on him with yellow, watery, but speculative eyes." Curious as to what I was watching while I was painting, it was true crime documentaries. I like listening to true crime or podcasts while I paint because I don't have to pay attention to what's going on screen as much, and I can just work on my art while listening to the story. The first was I Love You Now Die documentary, which honestly left me kind of shook, especially the ending. Check it out if you haven't. And then I started the Gwen Shamblin one, and I didn't finish it, to be honest. Maybe another time, but I did also sit in silence for a bit, which silence is a bad thing. Just sometimes we need a little bit of silence in our lives. In the original Frankenstein, the monster requests that the doctor make him a mate, but he never actually does. He does have like a body set up and everything, but he doesn't go through with it because he fears that him and the other monster will have children. So much like the iconic line, "It's alive," the Bride of Frankenstein comes from the 1930s Frankenstein film series, and as a result, she has become a staple of classic monster movie characters. Much like the monster, she is never given a definitive name. Yes, there are like various versions where they both have like an actual name, but there is no consistent name for these characters. I started painting the green too early because some of the white paint underneath started coming off. So I stuck with the dabbing motion while working with the sponge. I also added more white to not only make it less green, but to cover up some of the spots where the paint was coming off. while I was painting the pumpkin, I had this diagonal line / dent in it, and I thought it was the perfect spot for like a Franken stitch, so that was the first stitch I did, or at least one of the first stitches I did. So for the hair, I wanted to make the classic Frankenstein hair, or as I like to call it, the Frankenstein mullet. I even stopped recording to sketch out a reference for myself. I also did a little sketch as to how I wanted to make him smile. A lot of depictions of Frankenstein have like a wavy smile, so that's what I was going for. So if you have made it this far into the video, let me know what your favorite monster movie is. Mine is probably Shape of Water. I think it is a very beautiful movie. The cinematography is great. I think the story's good. I just think it's overall just a breath of fresh air in terms of monster movies. So let me know down in the comments, which is your favorite and why? What I intended to do was paint it so where you could tell where his ears would be, but I made the mistake of painting it without sketching it first, so it didn't work out. I ended up giving up on worrying about if he has ears or not, because we can only spend so much time worrying about the imperfections of a painted pumpkin that is eventually going to rot and be thrown out, you know? And I threw in some thick eyebrows, and there is my pumpkin.
So yeah, here is our Franken pumpkin. Thank you all so much for watching, and be sure to let me know what kind of videos you want to see in the future. And of course, happy Halloween. This is Katie Ross, signing off.